Hi. Excuse me. I'm choking. Oh, geez. So, I was getting my stuff together because when I did my video earlier, I literally, I'm going to explain this again. I'm going to go into detail because this has meaning, and we ascribed a meaning to it with my one of my spiritual leaders. So, when I did the first video, I was chased by a bee. And then when I did a second video, I just felt like I was too chaotic. This is what happens. This is what happens when my divine masculine and I communicate. I get like ADHD. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And that's probably why we're not together. Because I don't know how to control myself. And I'm like, I need some balance. So I get ADHD. So I'm calm. I'm calm now. A little bit. I'm not really, no, I'm not. It's just, I think the way that everything happened, it's fun, it's exciting, and it really pushes me forward. It gives me a drive. So I messaged my divine masculine. I'm going to tell you why I messaged him. I found out some information that I didn't want to find out. And I was like, well, that's it is what it is. It's the end of our journey. It's fine. Not really the end of our journey on a spiritual level, not in the end of our journey in the 5D, but because obviously we're here to navigate with each other and help each other grow and spiritually do what we're meant to do. So on the 3D, I was like, well, okay, we're probably not going to be together. That's fine. So I was like, should I block him? But what I want to explain before all this happened, I have to explain how everything went down. I messaged them. I did get a message back. So I had to explain how everything went down. The way it went down, it was really weird. It was really strange how everything happened. 1 minute, we're communicating back and forth. I'm getting advice from him. 222. I'm getting advice from him because I need help with the situation that I'm in. He delivers amazing advice. He's my therapist, and I'm the therapist for everyone else. So when somebody has a problem, they come to me, and I'm the mama bear, and I try to help them work through it. But no one does that for me. So I usually, he's the one who does it for me. And so we were communicating on an issue that I had, and he really helped me out a lot. And then I told him something that I think triggered him, because after that, I really didn't hear back from him. And all of a sudden, like, one day I'm like sleeping and I have a dream about him making a declaration of like, I want to be with you, I want to get together with you. And I woke up and I was getting ready to message him, right? That like, oh my gosh, you were in my dream last night telling me that you wanted to be with me, and that I was the one for you. And what I found out was not what I had been picturing. When I went to go message him, I saw something that I did not want to see in regards to him getting into a relationship, right? So I thought that was really weird that I had a dream about him coming to me telling me that he wanted to be with me, and then all of a sudden he's in this relationship. So I was like, that's very strange. So I was like, all right, I can't interfere anymore. This seems like somebody that he wants to be with. This seems like somebody he's going to go after. So I stopped. I blocked him. I was like, well, this is like, I sent him a really long message just explaining everything. And I was like, well, this is the end of our journey here. I can't continue to interfere in your life. And so I blocked him. Well, prior to blocking him, I had done a tarot reading in regards to him, asking if he was going to make a move, why we weren't together, and when was this going to happen. And the reading itself said, yes, he's going to come to his senses, he's going to awaken, he's going to have these tower moments that are just going to lead him right to where he needs to be, and that he is he's afraid because he knows the sacrifices he's going to have to make in order to do that. He knows the people he's going to have to let down. He knows the people that he's going to have to give up for love, and for this union to happen. And so I asked, should I block him? And the card specifically said no, because I would go crazy. But I didn't listen. I blocked him anyways. So I took a month to really settle my nerves, get like, I cried for about like only 10 minutes. It wasn't that. That's how you know the dynamics changing, is because when he first left, I cried my eyes out. I was not in a good position. I went downhill, and it was terrible. Like, it was horrible when we first intertwined with each other and he left. If you know you're in the journey of the divine masculine, divine feminine, you know how it is. Your divine comes in, they show you who they are, and then they're ripped from your life. And so when that first happened, I had to learn a lot. I had to deal with a lot. And so um at that point, like, this time it wasn't as bad. I cried for probably maybe 10 minutes, and that was it. And then I felt good. I felt good. And then when I blocked him, that was when he blocked me, for specific reasons. But when I blocked him, I wasn't upset. I was upset, but I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I didn't really cry, and I was like, okay. So at that point, I just started to surrender. I started to give it up to the universe. I had watched a video in regards to us, in regards to the unions and how it works and how you feel, and it really made sense. And like, I felt this weight off my shoulders. I was like, oh, that feels so much better. So I took a month to heal after I'd blocked him, right? And then I had that dream. No, I took a month to heal after I had that dream. So I was fine and I was doing good. And then all of a sudden, those feelings started building up again. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt them. It's like a drive and a push towards your twin. Like, it literally feels like something is pushing you inside, like every part of your being and inside here, pulling you towards your twin. And I was like, why? And I literally started having an argument with spirit. I was like, I explained this in one of my other videos. I was like, really, Spirit, I don't want to unblock him. I don't want to. And Spirit was like, yes, it's time. You need to unblock him. And I kept getting these messages. Like, I started waking up every morning with his name in my head. I would be thinking about other people. His name would be there. And I would be attributing his name to other people. And I was like, no, just enough. And like, I have conversations with myself, and I'll tell him, like, in my head, leave me alone. No, stop. No more. Enough is enough. And so I'll be fine for like an hour, and then all of a sudden it's back again, and it's this aching feeling and this weird, awkward sensation, and an annoying pull. So I told Spirit, I was like, well, fine. If you want me to unblock him, I want signs. And so I laid down my signs. And then I was like, forget it. I'll just unblock him. Spirit told me, like, I heard it in my head. I was like, why do you want me to unblock him? And they were like, there's a message that needs to be delivered. A message that needs to be delivered. And I was like, I'm so tired of being the one to deliver these messages, right? I'm so sick and tired of being the one to deliver these messages. And I was fighting with Spirit, and Spirit's like fighting with me. And they're like, just do it. Just do it. And I'm like, fine. They're like, we're not going to stop until you do it. So I did. I unblocked. And I'm waiting, no messages. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be the first one to message them. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm not going to do this. Why is it always me that has to deliver the message? And so I was like pondering, thinking, should I do it? Should I not do it? And then I started doing the tarot readings and watching the tarot videos. And, some of the videos really resonated. They hit home, talking about delivering messages, love messages. And I was like, forget it. I was like, fine. So I started talking to Spirit again. I was like, listen, I understand we haven't been direct with each other. And so I was like, fine. If I have to be the one to deliver the message, then I will be the one to deliver the message. Because usually I'm the individual who sits back and waits for someone to approach me. And they're the individual who does the same. So obviously if somebody doesn't step up, no one's going to make the move, right? So I was like, okay, here we go again. So for 3 days or so, I was thinking, what am I going to say? Believe me, the first day I wanted to go off. I wanted to yell. I wanted to scream. I wanted to, say some pretty awful, factful things. But then I thought, like, okay, come on. You've done the same thing. Get with the program. Like, you haven't been innocent in all of this either. So there I am, contemplating. And I start writing. Delete. I start writing. Delete. So I'm a Taurus Virgo, with the Libra moon. So things have to be perfect. If I'm going to say them, I have to figure out how to say it, what I'm going to say, and the way I'm going to deliver it. So there I was for 2 days, 3 days, figuring out what I'm going to say. Probably Spirit's probably like, hurry up and just do it. So I was like, fine. So I started one day, and I started typing, and I was like, I watched some videos, and some of the things it said, I was like, I really don't want to do this. But then I heard, I started hearing, now is the time, now is the time, now is the time. And I'm like, in the shower, thinking to myself, all right, you show me that somewhere online in words, now is the time, then I will do this. I will 100% do this, Spirit. And so later that night, what did I see? I didn't see it exactly, but I saw something similar. It's the time to do this. It's the time to do this. And I was like, all right, it's the time. I was like, fine, fine. So I messaged them. So here's what I said. I told them, I don't know why I'm here. I said, I did a tarot reading. It told me not to block you, yet I still blocked you. And I did fine until one day I wasn't fine. And I basically was, you know, being pushed to unblock you. I was getting signs after signs continuously to unblock you. And so I did. I said, I think he thinks I'm crazy because of all the things, like I'm so in and out, and I'm so like, I won't be here, I'm not gonna be here, I'm so gonna be here. So I was like, I think you think I'm crazy. But I also think that you experience similar things that I do. And I think that is like spiritually, I feel like you're an empath. I feel like, you know, you maybe have dreams that you can't explain. You feel people's emotions that aren't yours, and you have precognition, and you have this deep knowing. You have dreams. You see spirits. You know, basically all the gifts that I have. And I was like, I told them like how I felt and how as a child I never really fit in. I told them some of the experiences I've had, from seeing angels to seeing spirits, because he was there. He was there, like, you know, we saw spirit together. And so I told them about my childhood and how I felt like I never truly fit in anywhere, and I never could. I was a girl who believed in fairies and magic, and who did magic, and who saw spirits and believed in vampires and werewolves, and I was just awkward and weird, and I tried to fit in with the popular kids. I didn't fit in. I tried to fit in with, you know, the sports kid. I never fit in. And that was all throughout high school and elementary and middle school. And then I told them, like, you know, I went to explain that I wanted to be with him, and I explained to him I did a Grey's Anatomy pull. I did, you guys. I pulled a Grey's Anatomy. I was like, pick me, pick me. I want to be with you. Please choose me. Oh, so okay. I'm cute. I think I'm cute, but I was like, pick me, choose me. I love Grey's Anatomy, and I've been binge watching for like the 4th time Grey's Anatomy. So I did a Grey's Anatomy move. I did. I'm not ashamed of it. And I told him that straight out. I think he's making a mistake. I said, I think this person that you're gonna be with, I think you're making a mistake, and I feel like you should choose me. And I want to tell you that I don't want to be stuck in this energy of always wondering what if, and I don't think you want to be stuck in that energy of always wondering what if as well. So let's see. I told them that, like, you know, what makes me happy about being with you is it's you. That's it. Nothing. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be you. That's it. And I love that. And I think that is all I need from you, is for you to be you. And, you know, I don't need anything else. And I told them, like, you know, you're well, darkness to my light. Like he really is. Like my divine masculine is dark, and I'm the light. I care about people. I love people. I will do anything for anybody. I believe I'm naive. I don't think the world is bad. I don't think people can do bad. I just have this very naive belief about the world, and he's darkness. He believes the world is dark and cruel, and then people use people, and he doesn't trust anybody. So like we're just like we're so yin and yang, you know, and so it was I took notes. Let me try to organize this. Yeah, we complimented one another, right? We complimented one another so well, and I can't keep fooling myself. I can't keep lying myself. I'm not saying that I'll never meet a soulmate. I am saying that no one ever compares to what we have, and that's how it's supposed to be, you know. And I said love is messy. I said, without being direct, we miss grand opportunities. And that has happened because in the past, I had an opportunity and I wasn't direct, and neither was he. And I chose elsewhere. And so I explained I really don't require a lot. I don't require a lot. I said, I don't require a lot in love. Like, for you, I just need you to be you. That's it. Um, you know, I said, he knows, you know me, you know my emotions, you know how I react, how I act. He's the only one who can direct my emotions in a more positive manner. Like if I get moody, he's gonna be like, whoa, calm down. Why are you getting moody? Why are you yelling at me? And I'll be like, because like it's okay. It's okay. You know, he knows how to direct, like, and just maneuver my emotions so that like if I'm yelling at him for something, he knows it's not really about him. It's about something else. You know, or I've had a hard day and I like take it out on him. And I don't mean to, but like he's like, wow, it's okay. You know, well, let's talk about it. So I said, um, I explained to him everything that's going on with me. I said, I have health issues. You know, I can't offer you anything but love. I can't offer you but love, adventure, fun, acceptance, stability, support, and, you know, that may be it, but I can offer you love. I was like, I have really bad health issues right now. So I explained to him, like, you know, just be with me. I'll you know, you're gonna be fine. So then he tells me that he's happy for me, right? Okay. I appreciate you being happy for me. And that, like, my feelings for him are driving his desires. He's like, I appreciate your feelings for me. Like, you don't know how much it means to me. Like, it means so much to me that you feel this way, that you would give up everything to be with me and do what, you know, like drop everything to be with me. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I would. And I was like, but he feels that like his desire for me is led on another level. Like I activate his like his lust and his desire, and I push this drive for him. Like I push his drive for me in a lustful way. And so he doesn't feel like we can have what we had in the past. And I'm gonna tell you that what we had was exactly that. So I don't know what he's that's how it started. You know, like he chased me and I said no, and he chased me and chased me until I said yes. And so that's how we started. And I feel like this is how I know, like this is how I feel like we're getting close to an end of a cycle, because he's not the one doing it now, I'm doing it. And so he said we can't have what we had before. I don't think we can. And that he has to follow through what engagement he's already proceeded in. And so he's already made up his mind. He's got to follow through with it. And I understand that, because that's me. That's what I do. Once I make up my mind, I have to follow through with it. That's what I have to do. Like I am driven to figure it out, right? And so so he continues to tell me, like, you know, and it really struck to me, like, with him saying that, like, I'm pushing his desires. Like, you know, you can't tell a Venus person that. Like, you cannot tell a Venus person that. I am, like, he's basically telling me that, like, his feelings for me are very lustful. And him telling me that, Like, you don't tell someone born under the planet Aphrodite. You don't tell someone that born under Venus, because that person, I'm a sensual person, and I have Venus in my moon and Venus in my sun. Not a good idea. That just makes me a predator. Like, that pushes me to keep continuing doing what I'm doing, and that's not good because I will fight for that. Because I'm a sensual person. Like, I love sensuality. That's who I am. You know, born on the Venus, and he's Mars. Mars. And so, uh, let's see what he says. So I told him, like, after that, I was like, fine, you know, block me. I was like, I can't block you. I can't do this. I can't deal with it. I will never stop telling you that I love you. It's as simple as that. Like, I will never stop telling you I love you. And I was like, you need to block me. And he was like, well, I'm not going to block you. He's like, I'm not going to block you, but we don't have to talk. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, so here's the thing. I told him that I can't do this. I can't continue to look like a fool telling you my feelings. And I'm like, not once have you ever told me that you don't want to be with me. Not once have you ever told me that you don't want anything to do with me. Not once have you ever told me that you never want to speak to me again. Not once have you ever told me that you never want to be involved with me again. I was like, if you don't block me, I'm gonna continue chasing after you. I'm gonna continue telling you, not chasing, but telling you I love you. You know, I don't get me wrong. I'll get in another relationship right quick, like, but as far as telling him I love him, I'll continue to do that. And so I was like, if you don't want to hear that, this is your chance now. I was like, this is your choice. Fine. You don't want to block me? Fine. You know, that's your choice. But I'm not going to stop myself because I'm tired of feeling crazy. I'm tired of driving myself crazy. And I said, you either block me, you know. I'm not trying to give him an ultimatum. I know it sounds like that. 2, 2, 2, 2, 4 twos. Oh my God. I'm not trying to give him an ultimatum, and I know it sounds like that, but I really said, block me. Like, block me. Um, or you need to tell me that you never want to be with me. You don't love me. You never want to be involved with me. You don't ever want to see me again. You don't, like, ultimatums. Like, you know, like, nevers. Because if you tell me that, I'll get it. I'll understand. But as of right now, I don't understand why two people who love each other can't be with each other, right? I don't understand it. So, it's simple. Two people who love each other unconditionally should be with each other. It's simple. It is a simple thing. But when you deal with love, it gets messy. So, I haven't heard anything back after that. But I guarantee you he's not going to be blocking me because I told him before. I've told him, block me. He's like, no, I can't do that. Hate me. Nope, I can't do that. I'm like, well, you need to do something because I can't sit here. It's not fair. So, what happened after that? So I was waiting for a message. I haven't received anything. So I walk out of my apartment, right? And there's a bee. It starts chasing me. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I was like, no, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. And so I ran off towards the laundry room. And when I ran off towards the laundry room, I started walking to the pool to do the video for you guys to let you guys know what was going on. I get to the pool, I sit down, I'm explaining to you guys about the union, about the twin flame, divine masculine interaction I had with my divine. And so there I was, and there's this bee. It starts aggressively going after me, like, and it literally chased me out the pool, you guys. I mean, this bee would not stop until I was gone out the pool, and it was darting at me. And I was like, oh my gosh, leave me alone. You could hear me screaming in the video, like, ah, ah. You know, I was trying to swat it with my keys because I have a allergy disorder, hence the mask. I have an allergy disorder, and I don't know how my body's going to react now if I get stung to a bee, so it really frightens me. And so I came back into the house, and I posted on Facebook. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, almost this bee was out to get me. It was vengeful, you know? And so I have one of my leaders explains to me. He's like, wow, that bee must have really wanted to deliver a message. And at that moment, I was like, what did you just say? I was like, a message. You're right. Animals have spiritual messages. And so he tells me, he's like, yeah, look up the bee totem. And I was like, you're right. I should. And I haven't. So I went to go look up the bee totem. Guess what it says? The bee totem is an expression to fertility and sexuality. Do you see my face? So I posted it and I was like, look at what it says. And, you know, my spiritual leader, he comments back and he was like, well, it sounds like you need to be more aggressive in love. And I'm like, face job, right? Like, somebody is coming to me who doesn't know what's going on, 555, who doesn't know what's going on, telling me I need to be more aggressive in love. So what did I tell him? I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing that right now. Because beforehand, I would have never done this. I would have never come out and straight out said, be with me, choose me. Never in a million years. And so that's what I told him. And I couldn't believe that. And I thought to myself, you're absolutely right. And before all this happened, I was in the shower when my divine first messaged me back, and I read what he wrote about the desire thing. And after that, I just felt like that was it. Everything was gonna fall into place, whether I wanted to or not. Everything was gonna work out in the end. Like, we were going to unite at some point in this lifetime. That the universe was working on. I felt it. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you guys. Like, I felt it. I was laughing the entire time that him and I were messaging. Beforehand, I would have been crying. I would have been like, he don't want to be with me, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't love me, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not true. Beforehand, I truly believed that was true. Beforehand, I really did. But, like I said, beforehand, I would have been like, he doesn't love me. He doesn't want to be with me. No. Not true. And so I was laughing when I was reading our messages back and forth, and I was like, ooh, you better watch out, dude, because mama's got something in store. I'm just kidding. But at that point, I threw my hands up in the air and I was in the shower. I was like, it's all yours, universe. This is yours. Because I will continue to express myself in regards to the Twin Flame Union. Or, God, no more Twin Flames. That's what I say. The divine, my journey in the divine masculine. I will continue to express myself. That's it. Nothing to it. So I felt something different. It felt really, really different. You know, like a huge energy shift. And I'm so glad that I messaged, and I'm so glad that I opened up, and I'm so glad that I was very direct. So yeah, that was the bee totem. It was really interesting to hear that. And so this isn't the first time I've been chased by bees. They follow me, they come at me. And it said even the honeycomb, it resembles a heart. And so the bee totem is about love of a human being, giving your love to another human, giving your heart to people, sharing love. And I was like, all right, that's it. The universe has my back. That was it. That was the moment. That was the moment I realized that the universe has my back, you guys. So I just wanted to deliver that message. I have not received a message back from my divine. He's got a lot to think about. I love him dearly. To the ends, to infinity and beyond. That's how much I love him. And him telling me those desires, his desires for me, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. That was what pushed me over the edge. And after, like, the way he was explaining it, it was like, even the way when I told him, like, he's making a mistake, he never went and said, no, I'm not. He never, like, nope, none of that. Mama's in game mode. Mama's in game mode. 29. I don't know. You guys, I know you guys really don't, you guys have never seen this side of me, but I'm like a predator. Like, to a point. My predator attributes. These are my predator attributes, okay? I will stalk my prey. Like, I will monitor them. I will, not in a creepy way. Like, I'm figuring out, like, I'm analyzing them and how they maneuver. I'm watching them, how they interact with people. I'm observing. I observe, and he does that too. We're both like, we will observe, like, psh, psh, psh. And so that's how I am with my first somebody that I really cared about. Okay, I'm gonna explain something to you guys about another person that I feel is my soulmate. I told this other person before. We're done with the twin flames. I mean, my divine masculine, kind of done, but this has to play into it. So I want to tell you guys about my spirituality, right? So I have a really, really good friend that I used to be friends with. It took me a while to get to him, and it's because I observed him. I observed how he interacted with people. He's the one who really started pushing me forward and towards zodiac signs, because I had to figure out him. You know. Oh gosh, I'm moving, you guys, because I had to sit up. I had to figure him out because I couldn't. He was so back and forth with me. And I was like, does this guy like me or not? Why does he keep stalking me? Why is he following me? Why is he, why? So I started doing information on the zodiac signs, and I figured out how to grab his attention, what kind of, person he would be, what kind of individual he would turn out to be. And so I figured out how to maneuver around him, and we would, it was almost like a game. I'm gonna tell you, it was fun because I would go to work and I'd be in a very, very mad mood. I would be upset that something happened, right? And he would come and he would just know how to make me smile. And I was like, get out of here. I've never had anyone affect me like he did, and the way my divine masculine does. Just these two people. So I feel like this guy was a really major soulmate in my life. Well, we were planning on hanging out after I got sick and I stopped working at the place that we worked together at. And so, but I didn't know he was in a relationship. So he ended up saying that he was going to break up with the girl because she was, I don't know, she was some way. And I was like, fine, that's cool. All right, we can hang out then. And so we were going to hang out, but he never messaged me back. Come to find out, he ended up getting back with her. So then he ends up messaging me, and I tell him, like, oh no, she ends up messaging me, and she was like, have you been talking to my man? You need to stay away from him. Don't be talking about inappropriate stuff around him. And I was like, whoa. And I tried to explain to her, I was like, listen, I never talked about inappropriate stuff around him while he was with you. I was like, he told me he was breaking up with you, and I had a conversation with him about something that I was dealing with, and so he helped me out. That's it. I would never do anything to jeopardize his relationship. I care about him deeply. I care about, I care about keeping boundaries, especially if he's in a relationship. Like, I really do care about that. And so she just got on me and started attacking me. And I messaged him and I was like, we can't be friends anymore. I was like, your girlfriend, she's not happy with me. She doesn't like me. She's, attacking me. She's being very hurtful. And he's like, I'm so sorry about that. He's like, I'm going to break up with her. Second time he's told me that, right? 3-3-3-3. Second time he's told me that. And so I was like, all right, well, we can stay friends. That's fine. So there we were, friends. And then all of a sudden, I get a message from him like weeks later, and he sends me a song. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna send him a song, send him a song back. And as soon as I did, he blocked me. So I'm like, huh. I was like, I wonder if it was her that blocked me. Because I'm like, why would he just suddenly send me a song? I send him one back, and then he blocks me, right? And so we didn't talk for a long time. But one day, I started dreaming about him. And I was off in another dream, like, enjoying my time, doing whatever. And all of a sudden, I end up in this apartment. And I'm looking around. And I'm like, how did I get here? Right? And then I hear people coming in the door, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in somebody's apartment. How do I get out of here? And he comes in the bedroom, and he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I got here. And he was like, well, you can't be here because she doesn't like you. And if she finds out, she's going to freak out. And I'm like, well, how am I going to get out of here? She's obviously in the house. He's like, come on, she's in the bathroom. I'll show you out. And he takes me out into the living room. And he takes me out the door and we start booking it towards the other side of the apartment complex where he was at. And we were like, oh my God, that's so close. And I'm like, I really don't know how I got in there. And he's like, it's okay. He's like, I'm really glad to see you. And I missed you so much. And I was like, I'm glad to see you too. I missed you. And I'm like, hugged him. And, you know, we were hugging. And all of a sudden, we hear somebody calling his name, which is his girlfriend. And he's like, oh gosh, here we go. He's like, I gotta go. And I was like, it's okay. I'll try to see you some other time. And he's like, all right. So he starts running towards the street. And there she is. And she's like circling. And she's like giving me the evil eye. And I'm like, you know, I'm all scared. So I've had dreams about him before where she was around. She was literally stalking our dreams when I must have been dream hopping or something. Because we would be together and she would be there. And I'm like, your girlfriend. I was like, we can't do this, dude. And he was like, but I miss you so much. And like, we were intimate. Like, we were intimate while his girlfriend was around in my dreams. It was freaky. And I was like, can I tell you something? And he's like, yeah, sure. I was like, I don't think she makes you happy. I was like, you wouldn't be here if she did. Like, you wouldn't be here if she did. And he's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, just figure it out, relax, you know. So I ended up messaging him, telling him when he told me that he was gonna break up with her, and I was like, listen, I was like, I had a dream about you. I dream about you a lot, and I told him what I said in my dream. Like, I don't feel like you're happy. I don't feel like you're gonna be okay. I feel like, you know, she tries to control you, and you're not that kind of person. And he was like, I know, you deal with the same thing I do. And I was like, yeah, I know. And so after that, he blocked me with the song thing. And I didn't hear from him for a while. And then it was 2 years. It was 2 years. I went to go message him because I started feeling like, oh my gosh, I was wondering how he was doing. I started getting bombarded by him and thoughts about him as well, like just like my divine masculine. And so I messaged him, and of course, like, how does he answer? In the cutest way possible. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's, oh, if I wasn't involved with, like, if I didn't have, I would have wished he was my divine as well. Like, if my other divine wasn't my divine, I would have wished this guy was my divine. That's how much I care about this guy. But he literally, I messaged him, and so he was like, who's this? I don't have your number. And so I started messing around with him, and I was like, well, I guess you're just gonna have to guess. And we had a cute little conversation. And so we've been talking again, which is really nice. But it was really weird because, like, I really felt like he wasn't gonna be happy. And he had to go through the relationship in order to do that. And I tell my divine that. I felt like it was forward for me to say that to my divine, like, I think you're making a mistake. Like, who does that? That's so uncool. You guys, that's really uncool. I feel like the most uncool person saying that, but I feel like it had to be said. So that was my little story of my soulmate that we can't be together because I seen a psychic who said that I can't be with somebody who birthday is 1992. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be happy if something about the twos are not gonna make me happy, which is, I find really weird. So I know that he's a soulmate, but I know that we can't be together. So it's fine. I just enjoy his company. I really like this guy. But other than that, my divine masculine, I don't know. He chased after me first, and now I'm chasing after him. And so I feel like we're coming close to an end of a cycle. So I will let you guys continue on. I don't think I have any more thing to say other than a fact that I did see a psychic about this. She told me that there was a man in my life who belonged on my path, who belonged on my path, and that he had chosen another woman over me, and she was going to help me figure out things I could, like, kind of how to maneuver into a way to make him, not make him, but like kind of maneuver in a way to like maybe open his eyes a little bit. But I didn't have enough money to continue the conversation with her, and I think it's very funny because she did mention that his desire for me is very high, like his lust for me is extremely high, and that he often thinks of me in a very not like a sexual way. And so for him to say that is confirmation. I think the universe is gonna grant this. So I will keep you guys informed. The fun thing about this is if the universe does, hopefully I can talk him into doing videos with me, which would be super awesome. You guys, like, really awesome. So I'll keep you guys updated for sticking with me for so long while I chatted for such a long time. But I hope you guys enjoy your evening. I might do tarot readings, I might not. We'll see what happens. Bye. Love ya.